Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you have a great, wonderful day. Well, now we're going to talk about, the Muslims, etc., and kind of what's been going on with, in particular, with the Hamas and group of people, right? Because this is kind of like where their culture lies. Now, here's the thing that we have to talk about is that the son of Hamas has said things like this. He has said similar things to where children are great in horrible ways. The victim actually gets punished in this instance, and that is a problem. So what we have here is this being quite simple. We have old Muslims buy young children to marry children as slaves. This is Islam. So we're going to go exactly on what Islam is and what these people are constantly advocating for when it was happening. All right.
The white-bearded man who claims he's 55 years old comes to collect her. He's bought Parwana for 200,000 Afghanis, just over $2,000 US. Covered up, Parwana whimpers as her mother holds her. "This is your bride, please take care of her," says Parwana's father. "Of course I will take care of her," replies the man. His large hands grab her small frame. Parwana tries to pull away.
So, what we have here is that obviously the girl is in immense distress, which I would not be surprised in any other way. And another thing is that what we have here in Islam is that you have people selling their daughters, okay? Selling their daughters. Now, let me put this into a little reality check for you people here, all right? If we're going to go and say, oh, Israel is so bad, Israel is committing genocide, Israel is, doing these horrible acts, well, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you people. If Israel is genociding people, such as selling their own daughters for, obviously, this would be human trafficking in the West, by the way. I know some of you Hamas people have that really hard to describe for each other because you can't really fathom on the difference between, child sex trafficking, buying children, which is into slavery, because, that's the thing. That's what black people did way back in the day. They sold their own people into slavery. Well, I guess you just sell children into slavery too. So there's that. So, other than that, what are you guys exactly protesting for? What are your protests are for? Are you saying to stop the genocide? Are you saying that they should be allowed to just sell their children? I mean, let me just go back here a tiny bit here, just so you guys can see. Does that child look like she's in a very good, happy mood right now? Does she look like she's in a great mood? I don't think so. I think she's kind of terrified. Maybe I should increase the volume a bit and maybe hear a little bit of sounds of cries that she does as she's, being handed off.
Covered up, Parwana whimpers as her mother holds her. "This is your bride, please take care of her," says Parwana's father. "Of course I will take care of her," replies the man. His large hands grab her small frame. Parwana.
So, I don't know about you, but she doesn't seem like she wants to go at all. And you guys are saying Israel is the problem? Now, I'm going to say this right now. I don't care for Israel on that situation or what the Hamas is doing because that's their own issues. That's their own war. They have to go and deal with that crap. All I say is that Israel should have the right to defend themselves when they get attacked. And right now, what we have here is that we have Muslims or Islam pretty much trafficking children. I don't know about you, Mr. All Great Protesters, but I think this is a problem. And let's not forget that I also said that rape is resistance. So I don't think you guys are already on the right side of the path here.
Parwana tries to pull away. As he carries her only bag of belongings, she again resists. Digging her heels into the dirt. But it's futile. The fate of this small, helpless child has been sealed. 9-year-old Litan and 4-year-old Zeton for $1,000 each. Do you know why they're selling you? The journalist asked Zeton. Because we are a poor family and don't have any food to eat, she says. Are you scared? He asks. Yes, I am. Another family in Gore province borrowed money from their 70-year-old neighbour. Now he's demanding it back, but they have nothing to give, except their 10-year-old daughter, Magul.
Let me put you into perspective here, guys, on what they deem these daughters are, by the way. They deem them as, like, sex objects. They deem them as, people to just have a bit of fun with. So what we're seeing here is that we have a whole bunch of pedophiles, child grabbers, if you will, just taking daughters. Because, that's okay. Because parents have such a low lack of morality, is that they'll sell their children. They don't care. Well, I'm going to tell you one thing. The last thing that I'm going to do is sell my child to bloody anyone. They might as well be catching these bloody hands, because I ain't selling my child to anybody, especially my daughter or my son, for them to get raped for their foreseeable future. That is disgusting in every way imaginable. And this is the people that they're protesting for, by the way. This is Hamas, this is reality, this is Islam.
My daughter doesn't want to go and is crying all the time. I am so ashamed, he says.
Really? You're ashamed, you are. You're ashamed. Really? Well, if you were ashamed, you wouldn't be allowing this at all.
Terrified, she threatens to take her life. If they push me to marry the old man, I will kill myself. I don't want to leave my parents. Days later, she discovers the sale has been finalized. Another Afghan child sold into a life of misery.
What are you guys protesting again? Please, Hamas people, come down to the comment section. Do you agree with this? Do you allow this type of stuff? Because I'll probably do a stream, probably on Thursday, because, all that stuff. Because I'm going to show you an actual, I'm going to show you guys all the tragedies that is happening with Hamas and what they're doing to people. Because obviously you're not seeming to understand or realize on how evil and bad Islam is. Maybe perhaps you're okay with Muslims selling their 10-year-old, 9-year-old, 12-year-old daughters to child grabbers such as these horrible men to have their way with them. Maybe that's what you're all happy about. Like I said, I don't care much about the war, but what I see is, and what I hear from the Son Hamas talk about this type of stuff and what they do is pretty abhorrent. And I don't really endorse people like this. So, alright guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share, as always, take care. And make sure you're wary of these creeps that are roaming in Islam.
I'm disgusted by what I see in public. Even people closest to us can't be trusted. Cause it's algorithmic disease, the social media.